Well, here we are in the middle of the whole coronavirus situation.
Right.
And it's interesting that I'm speaking to you because the coronavirus originally started in Wuhan, China, which is what they say. So here you are, a Chinese man in America, and you have situations like Donald Trump calling it the Chinese virus,
Right.
even though that's not its actual name. Here's the person with the loudest voice in America, if not the world, renaming it to the Chinese virus. How is it being a Chinese man in America right now?
Um, it was definitely disappointing to see Donald Trump do that, even though, we know him and he's, what I mean, a loose cannon. He could be a clown, he could be all of that, right? But at the end of the day, um, when it already had a name, coronavirus, COVID-19. By him saying that it was the Chinese virus, he could have just continued calling it the Wuhan virus, right? But when you say Chinese virus, I don't know if he took into account that there are hundreds of thousands of Chinese people living in America. There are hundreds of thousands of Asian people living in America. So when you label it that, you jeopardize, because you have to understand a lot of Trump followers. Um, there's really there's a lot of ignorance there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Trump followers they never left where they've been, so their mind is closed to a lot of things, and there's a lot of ignorance when it's like that, right? So when you say something like that, the Chinese virus, what that does is, for an ignorant mind, that would be like, oh, everything it's the Chinese people fault. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that I see, it's your fault. So I'm gonna give you this air of attitude. This, I might say something to you, ching chong, or I might do something. And because I wouldn't say totally because of what Trump said, but what Trump said did instigate it. And for our leader to put fellow Americans in danger, because yes, I'm Chinese, but I'm American. I was born and raised in America. When I go to China, they're not just going to look at my skin complexion and be like, okay, you can just come in. No, I have to get a visa. I have to get everything else, just like anybody else would have to go to another country. You know what I'm saying? I'm an American, so my mother is American. There are generations of Asian people here that have been here for a long time, for generations, and we don't know, or we've never been to China or our country, but we've been to America. We are born and raised in America. So when somebody, when our president says that, it just points a finger at anybody that looks like that, anybody that looks like that. And I think that right there, that those type of messages are turning into hate crimes, turning into people doing just doing things that they shouldn't be doing to people just because of their color.
Well, it originated in China, is what they say,
Right.
and it started in the Wuhan region of China.
Yeah, but that's not but that wasn't the name. Why
Right.
would you give it a whole nother name?
No, no, I got you. No, I agree with you. I don't think it should be called the Chinese virus. I'm 100% on your side with this. It was called COVID-19. It was called, it was called coronavirus.
Right.
And to suddenly just rename it halfway through is really, I think, just some racist bullshit, honestly.
Well. What I read was he said it because China was saying that, oh, America brought it over here, and what he was trying to say was that, oh no, it's the Chinese virus. It's not the American virus. It came from y'all. So, all right, I understand that part, but what I'm saying is, when you make a statement like that, what you also do is you put people in jeopardy, people that look like myself, and you know what I mean, like the Asian people that are American. You put us in jeopardy. You kind of like draw the line in the sand. You kind of make us the enemy, and we're not the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Just because we look like it, just because. And that's what they're doing in China as well, right? The government is doing that. You seen that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Where people are being kicked out of their homes. African people are getting kicked out of their homes or whatever, and and not allowed into establishments because of their skin complexion. You've seen that, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're saying that actually came from the government. There was a video that was circulating around, which I thought was just bullshit. Because you see these conspiracy theories and so forth, and I try to ignore them. But there was a video that came out in a McDonald's that they were handing this sign that was like, covered in plastic. So it was like an official sign that this woman working at McDonald's who had the uniform would hand to black people, and it said, "We've been informed from now on, black people are not allowed to enter the restaurant. For the sake of your health, consciously notify the local police for medical isolation. Please understand the inconvenience caused." And McDonald's actually apologized for that type of treatment.
Right, of course.
To me, it's just so ironic that here is a virus that most of the world agrees originated in China with Asian people, but now they're trying to, blame black people for spreading it? Like, what? Huh? In China? What? What the hell are y'all doing?
I don't know. First of all, I mean, yo, mad people tag me in that. Like, so many people tag me in that, And all right, first of all, I'm Chinese, but I'm American-born Chinese, right? So meaning I've been to China. I've never been to China. I've been to Hong Kong, which at the time I went was not a part of China, right? So I've basically never been in mainland China. So I don't know how they operate out there. I'm not sure. I heard things, but it's different when you actually go and live there and see exactly how the people are. I know for my personal experience, right, with my family, with the Chinese people that I've encountered in my life, there is racism, right? There is definitely racism amongst Chinese people when it comes to black people. I know that. I experienced it. I've seen firsthand how Chinese people act towards black people. You know what I'm saying? And I always disagreed with it. I always I had, I never agreed with it, but it's true. You know what I mean? We definitely have this. We would rather do business with a white person than a black person. We would rather have our women, our daughters or whoever be with a white person than a Spanish person or a black person. For what reasons? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at it, everybody has that. You know what I mean? It's not just Chinese people that have that. You have that toward black people towards black people. Oh, light skin, dark skin. You have that with the white people. White people, every group of people in every different country, there will be prejudices. There will be racism. And Chinese people are no different, right? But what I see right now is, if that's exactly what happened, with no other, if that's a real video and that sign is really up there and people are really getting kicked out of their homes because of their skin complexion, their nationality, whatever, that's wrong. You know what I mean? That's wrong. No matter who does it, I don't care if my mother does it. It's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong is wrong. Right is right. Anything when you make people suffer, when you single people out because of their skin complexion, that is wrong. You know what I mean? And it's happening over here in America, right? People are singling Asian people out because they think that the Asian people are responsible, the Chinese people are responsible for this virus. And then over there, they're singling out black people for God knows what. I don't know. I don't even understand that. But it's wrong no matter what. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, that a virus the virus doesn't care what complexion you are, what nationality you are, what country you're from. All it cares is that you're a human being. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, right now, as a world, not as a country, not as nothing, but as a world, we are fighting something way bigger. And I feel like right now is not a time to be blaming any skin complexion, any nationality, any different sex of people because of their color or beliefs or whatever. I don't think right now is the time for us to be dividing like this. This is not the time for that. You know what I mean? Yes, it's a very hard time because we don't know how long this will be. Yes, this is our first time for us seeing something like this happen, but we can't allow this time to the hardships to dictate how we're gonna morally, do things. They can't dictate how we're gonna be as a person. So us singling people out, attacking people because they are whatever they are, it's wrong.
I agree. I agree.